And look at this box here. I bought some new headlamps for the Cadillac because what happens is these where the regular bulbs are, the running lights, they kind of, the chrome around the inside fades off or burns off, and then you can't see the projection lights. They don't do what they're supposed to. So I had bought some new ones. I'm going to throw some LED lamps in there, or bulbs in there. That way I don't have that problem. It doesn't melt that chrome and stuff. And it's a known comment, and it was a Cadillac recall at one point, but after a certain time they quit recalling the stuff. And versus driving down the road with the brights on or anything like that, I just figured I'm gonna buy some new shit and put them in. But I've got this box last week. It'd been sitting on the front porch until I just brought it out to the garage. And it's a box inside of a box, which drives me freaking crazy because I can't lift this out of the box. You know what I'm saying? It's a pain in the butt to get a box out of a box. So, I don't understand it. It's a waste of fucking cardboard. Tell him, Todd.
On the show, on the Chad Teagan YouTube channel show.
Okay, never mind, folks. It's two boxes inside of a box, so I was wrong. But man, it's a perfect fit in there to slide in there. So that one looks like it's the left, and that one will probably be the right once I pull it out. But I won't be doing that today. I just wanted to show you. I wanted to get this out because I am going to open it up and check it out real quick. But yeah, that's what's up. So what's up? So I talked to you the other day, which was the other day, about the headlight assembly I have for the Cadillac. And before we get started on this journey, I'll probably time lapse this whole thing because it's going to be a process and it's going to take a while. And if you really need to see this, you can actually go online and see it on YouTube. There's already videos about this, but I just want to get your eyes in on some of these. Look how hazy that projection light is there. And unfortunately, that stuff, like at night, that doesn't come out of that at all. You can't really see nothing. And I wish I would have done a before and after at night, but I mean, the best you can get is this. Like this one you can kind of see out of, but you really can't. And those are like brand new bulbs and stuff. But you can tell how that projection lens, how cloudy that is, because look at that one. Look how nice and clear that one looks compared to this one. Okay, now I'm going to shut the car off and you're still going to be able to see that. But you know, these are kind of rough anyways up in here. And even if I clean this up, I don't think that's going to help that at all. It's not. And I did watch an actual video because there is one online for this. And I figured, man, I might as well see all the hot spots before I get into this. That way I don't get into any trouble or anything. Okay, the lights should go off here in a minute, hopefully. And then I'll show you how cloudy that still is, even, you know. And I don't know if it's the actual thing in there, but I've read the forums and stuff like that, and they say that it is, come on, turn off already. They say it is from, okay, there we go. Yeah, you can still see how cloudy that is. That's not even close to being as clear as that one. So maybe we'll tear that apart too. I don't know, but I did pick these up when I was at the auto store. I ran up there earlier and picked these up because I had ordered some, and they are still, I ordered them last Monday thinking, oh, by this time next week, because I knew the weather was going to be somewhat nice, so I'd be able to sit out here, not have a heater on or anything like that, and tear this apart in the garage, and everything would be cool. Well, Thursday, they actually got sent out. I ordered them Monday. They actually got sent out Thursday to the post office, and they're still waiting. They're pending approval in Irvine, California. So I emailed the people today and said, hey, look, I don't know what's going on, but as soon as I get these, I'm probably just going to send them back because I'm going to go to the auto store and get some. And I'm not waiting until who knows when for these to come. And a guy messaged me, or somebody emailed me back and said they'd probably come by next Friday. And I thought to myself, fuck that. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. And I don't want to, I mean, I could throw those in with the regular bulbs, but to get these out, let's get the hood open real quick. To even be able to swap the headlights out, you have to remove the airbox cleaner, or the, you know, airbox. Where are you at? Let's see. Kick you over there. I have to take all of this out to be able to get to this right here is where that headlight is, to be able to get to that bulb and change it. And I can't even do that. So I'm just going to change the whole thing. Now, I don't have to remove this to be able to get this out. In the video that the guy does it in, his car is completely disgusting. It's a black car, and it looks like he's running in salt somewhere. And I'm like, fuck that, you know. And then over here, I barely can get my hand in here, and I know it's probably hard to see, so I'm gonna grab the old cell phone because that's our friend with a light, and I'll at least get you on that before, so you can at least see a little bit better. I can barely get my hand in there. That battery, that's a bunch of fuses and stuff like an electronical box to swap that out. So it is a complete pain in the butt, and yeah, I just figured, nope, no thanks. And like, you can't even get to where the brights are at. Okay, here is, these are almost different, it looks like, because here's the top one for, to be able to do the headlight, I believe, and that's for the bright, I'm almost positive. And on these ones, you can't even get to that bright one. So it's a true pain in the butt to deal with this stuff. But yeah, I've got to pop these clips out, these right here, and then this plastic thing comes off, and there's bolts back here. There's a bunch of bolts, and I probably won't show any of this because it's just going to be so, it's going to be so time consuming. I've got to undo these screws right here, which looks like it's a T20, and the guy said it was a Phillips, but it's not, it's a T20. So I got 1, 2, 3 right there to unhook this, and I've got to climb under here. So let's just slide up under here real quick. Drop down on our carpet real fast, and there is, okay, let's see if I can get you in here. There's a bunch of bolts, like right here's one. You see this bolt back here? Probably not right there. There is a bunch of these going across the bottom that I have to undo first, and then there's like there's coolant, not coolant, but there's washer fluid line that goes in the front of the bumper. And then once I get those out, this will just peel out. There's little snaps in here that'll just pop out and stuff, and then I should be able to remove this whole thing. And then there is 3 screws. There's like one down here, one over here, and then I believe there's one up in this region that I would have to take out. So I'll take those out. Yeah, see this 1, 2, and then there's a third one somewhere over there that I'll screw in, and then I should just be able to plop that bad boy out, plop it in, and then bada bling, bada bloom. Repeat the process of putting everything back together. And that is why when I was at Harbor Freights the one time, I picked up this trim tool kit because I knew I was going to need it. And this also doubles as what I use for the windshield. So yeah, I've got this stuff right here if I need it. I knew I was going to probably be doing this. I did not want to do this. I did everything, or wanted to try to do everything to not have to do this, but it's really not feasible because you can't see anything with the dims on at night, and it is not feasible or very nice to run with the brights in. Or if I even wanted to get to where I could turn the brights to where they were pointing down and not in anybody's face, is something that's ideal, but I couldn't even, you know, I can't even get to the spot to where I can turn them and adjust them. So it's just one of them things that has to be done. It sucks that I bought a car that I have to do this to right away. But if I take this to the dealership, it's like, I've seen on different forums, from $1,800 to like $2,400 to have the dealership do this. So I'll waste my hourly time. I'm pulling for 4 hours. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in 4 hours because I'm going to be extremely meticulous and careful popping these things out, even though I can go to the auto parts store if I need to and get these new little snap, you know, things and stuff like that. Let's pull one out real quick. Here's the small one. Let's see if we can get them out and see how hard they are to come out here. Pop that up, stick it in there, boom. So that shouldn't be too bad, just like that. Okay, that was the easiest I've ever pulled one of these out before, and I'm probably going to need to start a pile. Unfortunately, I've got the big wagon over here on the charger because the battery didn't want to go because it is dead, just from being cold and it being a few years old. But I was able to pull the Beetle out, so if I do need to run to the store to get some things like this, I'll be able to. So hopefully this isn't too bad of a process, and you know, it's what it is. But here we go. Okay folks, so what we got going on, and what I was just fumbling around on the floor with, I'm sure you're wondering WTF, was I swapped out those LED bulbs, and in the instructions they give you 2 little zip ties to tie your little motor up to. So basically threw it in there. I used the one to tie those 2 together because that is the actual bulb latch there, and then I secured it around this that way because it's going to be like this running down the street, and you don't want it all sitting there flopping around and stuff. And while this is right here, let's get that other one up next to it real quick, and I'll show you the difference real fast of that way that bulb looks and stuff. Now I don't think I'm ever going to have to, hopefully not, do this again. You see how nice that one looks versus how raggedy that one looks. So hopefully, like I said, I don't ever have to do this again. And I kind of was dragging that against the carpet a little bit. I can see some fine scratches, but you might not be able to. Shame on me for doing that. But yeah, look how much nicer that one is compared to that. So we should be able to see beautifully when we are running with those on during the nighttime. We'll see. I got to throw this little guy back on right here, and then that's it. Fortunately, I did only have these 2 clips right here, and this little guy clips on the thing, and then that plugs in right there, and that's it. So I'll be able to slap this bad boy back in there, bolt it back up. And I had one of these right here that I forgot to take the bolt out on that one, so that's why I kind of got the bumper and everything kind of stuck up there. There are 3, those ones on the side there, that's why I turned the wheel to get to those. And then I just plop these out real quick because that one's right there. So we got 1, 2, and then 3. So that's the things, and then you plop this thing off, which I need to plop that one on that one. Then I can go back to Doc McStuffin's out. And there was a little piece of rubber that was down right here on the side. I threw a little bit of glue on there just to try to hold that in that way, because I don't want that thing to get moisture in there. This actually wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. That took me probably about maybe 30 minutes to tear that all apart, maybe quicker. I don't know. I was moving pretty fast, even though, you know, because I had all my tools and stuff set up, and it really wasn't that bad, and I knew what I was doing because I watched that video. I educated myself before I got into the mix of it, and I always highly advise you do the same, whether it be mine or someone else's channel that is showing you the tips and tricks on how to do things. So let's get back to the time lapse, and then we'll go from there, because I'm ready to start slapping this bad boy together, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Plug that in. Well, folks, that was 10 minutes on this thing, if you know what I'm saying, during this, and I took that break. So it's like 1:30. I think I started this probably around noon. An hour and a half is all this took for me to do this. That was extremely quick and or easy. So I guess I'm not going to throw a fit if one of my bulbs go out. I can pop that bad boy out anytime and do that shit, no problem, man. And the difference in those headlights are amazing. I cannot wait to drive this thing at night now. My wife is going to be so happy. She's going to be able to drive her Mini Pearl, is what she called it. I called it Pearl because of the color. She said, how about we call it Mini Pearl? And then I said, whatever, because she said there's a gal named Mini Pearl, blah, 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 this and that. You know, that's what she wanted to do. That doesn't seem like it's clipped right there like it should be for some odd reason. But I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be loose like that out. This side looks like that too, kind of. I wonder if there's something missing somewhere. No, this side's kind of tight. I don't know. I guess I should go back and see if I've got any footage anywhere of how that was before I did that. But I mean, it's better than what it was before. I think that's just how it's supposed to be, because that other one's like it too. Because I don't think there's nothing in there holding that, and that's all, you know what I'm saying. Maybe I could pull that back a little bit. I doubt it. Those body lines are pretty well, you know, up in there. So that's nice though. I'm happy about that. I did, like I said, scratch this cover up just a little bit, but like you can't tell right here, but I can if I look at it in the right sunlight. But that is 10 times better than what it was, if you know what I mean. So that's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. This thing cleaned up. There you go. There's a difference. Big difference. And these only cost me, those assemblies, those headlight assemblies only cost me like I think it was $250, maybe something like that, somewhere around there. So for $250, and then I paid $99 for the bulbs, $350. That'll be awesome, because I'm not gonna have to worry about those, you know, as long as we drive this car. Worst case scenario, I have to do that, take that shit off and change a side bulb or something like that. And those, I threw the flashers on during the time lapse there because I wanted to see the difference, because the bulb was a lot brighter for the turn signal on that side versus this side, because those are like the factory ones, not the replacement. So those ones are a little bit thicker, that orange, but those were hazy too. And I kind of liked the, you know, the cleanliness of this. So that's what I'm talking about. I'll hit that oh, the key's in there. Basically I was just hitting the unlock, and it was doing what I wanted it to, so I could see the light. So that's what I'm talking about. It's got those little LEDs there. Boom. Wow. Boom. Wow. So yeah, that's what's up, man. Digging that shit, if you know what I'm talking about. And I can't tell where that bulb is pointed. It looks like it's kind of pointed inward, and that one is too. See how that is right there? That's pointed inward. So maybe can adjust that. I don't know. I would probably try to adjust it to where it would be more in the center, you know what I mean, versus inside. But I will drive the car first and see what happens. And there's a smudge in on that projection. I wonder how that got there. But yeah, you can kind of see all the scratches I put on this from dicking around with it on the carpet. This side not as much, because I used that that towel, and there's nothing on this side compared to that side. So well, live and learn, I guess. It's not worth me throwing too much of a fit about, and I'm not going to go and, you know, spend another $250 to get some new ones over a little bit of scratches, because as soon as I take this thing through the car wash here in a little bit, it'll probably get scratched up. So because I've got a back license plate cover I'm going to throw on this thing. but these are too short, so I need to go to the store and get you know, some longer ones to throw that cover on. And yes, our license plate is 666, folks. Peel that sticker off and sex this bad boy up. Boom. So that's what I'm talking about. Hopefully you enjoyed this little time lapse with some classical music of me running around, showing my butt crack, bending over, you know, doing all kinds of stuff. With this is just something you got to do when you get stuff like this, you know. And I threw a fit, like I said, when I first got the car. I didn't want to do it. We got mad, we hated it, we, you know, did what we had to do. I drove it a couple times and used the brights. I didn't really like it, so I just wanted to, you know, make it right and get it to where I didn't have to worry about anything, and my wife could actually enjoy the car that I said I bought for her. So it's what it is. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them below. I'll answer them the best I can. And don't say until next time, thanks for watching. We will see ya. Oh, just before I, you know, cut you out, I forgot. I'm gonna go over the tools I used real quick. I used this little guy right here with that end. That's what I was able to pull those wire harnesses apart. I also use this flathead screwdriver to shove and do some things. The little side screws on my side was not a Phillips. These were a T15 fitting. So that's a T15. Well, this is CRVT 15, but usually it's a TTT. And I have this in a T15 too, which I didn't use. I also used a 7mm for all of the bolts on the bottom. And then I used a 10mm for the ones on the top. And then I just used this right here. This is a body, you know, panel remover, etc. Stuck those things in there, popped those little guys right out. It was no big deal. So those are the tools that you would need to do something like this. I would highly recommend getting the stuff before, so you're not sweating, stressing, pissing, moaning, and then just do what I did. I had this sitting right here. I put all the stuff in here in these little crevices and whatnot, and I came back to it. That way I could retrace my steps and stuff. So that's my tip to you when you're working on body panels, swapping stuff like this. It's really not that big of a deal. Yes, it does seem like it's complicated. The shops and dealerships, they make it seem like it's complicated, but it's not. If somebody like me can do it, you can too.